society can put pressures on people and force people to make decisions at times when they are not, when they're not ready for it.
Everybody sees you with a female, they start ringing wedding bells. Oh, when are we buying a shobi? When are we doing this?
When I wanted to get married, everybody was like, are you ready to, are you sure you want to get married?
There are some people, if you don't put pressure on them, they will never get married. That baby boy lifestyle, they will continue doing it.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Talking Mates with Sam
and Kam.
Yeah, thank you so much everyone for the feedback, all the positive feedback. That's what's kept us motivated in continuing this podcast, and it's been such a joy. As I've said, we're a work in progress, so it's always important to get those feedback, and then we work on how to make it better. Yeah. So for all those who haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button and like our videos, and hopefully we'll get more content to you soon. So I think after our previous video, I think we just want to change it up a bit. And interesting topic, controversial topic. So it's about when is the right time to get married.
Yeah, right time.
If you believe in the institution called marriage, yeah.
I think we have to give disclaimers here because the madams have chipped in a bit.
So I'm interested to do this.
So So I think my disclaimer. I don't know what your disclaimer is. So you would say your own disclaimer. My own disclaimer is there is in no way does this reflect my personal opinion. I'm giving like a generic opinion. All right.
Yeah.
When it's going to be my personal opinion, I think I'll clearly state it. This is a personal opinion. But in order to enrich the discussion, I think we'll try to be as broad as possible and then narrow it down if needed. And this is to ensure the safety and longevity of my marriage.
But honestly, to me, I feel that marriage, the topic is so broad that it's almost impossible for us to touch on everything. Okay, so we're just going to talk about our own perspective and what we think about the institution.
I think I think it's the right time to start a family.
Okay.
So we have to be compliant. You know,
but family and marriage different.
It's different.
Because a family, when family would be with wife and kids, isn't it? And then the marriage is when you get married.
So marriage is an institution.
To your other half.
Marriage is an institution.
But you might not have kids if you're in the marriage. Would you still call that a family though?
Yes. So the family basically is a unit of society. That's the smallest unit of society.
Okay.
Yeah, the smallest functional unit of society.
See someone that did very well in social studies. some of us that didn't do well in social studies. This is the basics of social studies.
I think that's the cell of when you talk about the whole biological unit. The cell is a functional unit. So within the cell, you can have the mitochondria, the nucleus. They function. They have their own function, but they are useless if they are not within the cell. So I think the family is
useless if you are not in the family.
So I said personal opinion for not the expressed. Personal opinion.
So single people are useless.
Well,
okay, no, they're not. But no, what I'm just trying to say is that so sometimes like the semantics and the definitions, they don't really matter because as society we've evolved and we've grown, and now we're beginning to understand that there's no one way. Okay? So what you described was what we were taught in school, in social studies, right? But now as we've explored and come out of our own communities and seen how people have done it in different places, I think our perspectives change, and I think that's what's going to add to the conversation we're going to have.
Oh yeah, definitely. So as I said, coming again, family as a functional unit of society can just be the dad and the mom, because we all know that with the possibility of infertility or subfertility, there's a chance that a man and a woman could get married and not have kids.
Exactly.
But does that mean they are not a family? They are a family. All right?
Yeah.
If you have kids, that's a blessing. It's like an extra. But basically, as a society, the functional unit.
So the start is
man and wife. Well, whether it's in the institution of marriage or not, that is still debatable. The world is evolving.
Yeah.
Definitions are changing.
Yeah.
And we are very inclusive in our perspective. So we understand that the definition of family is continuously changing.
Yeah.
All right. So, but that is not the essence of this. So the right time to start a family, when the question will be asked, when do you think is the right time? I think the right time is when you are ready. In general, it could be, depending on your emotional maturity, your financial stability, your mental capacity, your physical maturity.
But let's go to
that should determine when.
Let's go to our own personal experience. For me, I think one of the things that we notice in African culture, where we're coming from, is people around you tell you when it is the right time for you to get married.
And there's nothing wrong with that, I think. I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's like when you are functioning within a unit of society. So society actually is a collection of people with common thoughts, common aspirations. They have norms that govern them. And if you intend to be a member of that society, somehow you have to listen. I'm not saying you must necessarily conform, but you have to listen.
But doesn't that put pressure on you when you feel that some of those...
To be honest, some people need pressure. There are some people, if you don't put pressure on them, they will never get married. That baby boy lifestyle, they will continue doing it.
So what's wrong in someone not feeling that it's not their time? Because for me, I feel society, can put pressures on people and force people to make decisions at times when they are not, when they're not ready for it. So, for instance, okay, I wouldn't use myself as an example, because for me, when I wanted to get married, it was, other people didn't, nobody came and said, "Oh, Sam, I think you should get married. Oh, I think it's time for you to get married." When I wanted to get married, everybody was like, "Are you ready to? Are you sure you want to get married?" I think people were doubting.
But whether I 30, so you were at the stage.
No, but nobody ever really said, "Oh, when are you going to get married?" For me, honestly, the people around me, mostly people were, just surprised that, "Oh, okay, this one is
ready." Yeah,
maybe they just felt, "Oh, this one, are you sure?"
I think on the contrary, myself,
looking a bit.
Family didn't put pressure because I got married. Of course, disclaimer: I got married in my late 30s. Family didn't put pressure on me. Rather, it was at work, not while I was in the UK anyway, back home in Nigeria. "Oh, Dr. Katun, if everybody sees you with a female or any person of the opposite sex, they start ringing wedding bells. Oh, when are we buying a shobi? When are we doing this?" So that kind of pressure, but I was built for pressure. I was designed to withstand pressure. And I can proudly say I withstood pressure. Like, there is no kind of pressure that I was put. And not like willfully I withstood pressure, but I just felt I had a grand plan of how I wanted my life to be. I wanted to achieve this at this place. I keep saying it. If I had gotten married sooner, I probably wouldn't have been able to leave Nigeria. Some other people are able to do it, but knowing myself, I'm like, you probably will be tied down with so much responsibilities, and then trying to, put your life in order that you might not have that opportunity.
But for me,
so I feel the right time is when you are ready.
I feel for me, why I wanted to get married was I had gone to a phase in my life whereby I felt that on my journey, I needed a partner. I needed someone to carry on from this journey. I just felt that there was a stage in my life where I felt, okay, I'm done with being single and doing things alone. I needed a companion.
Was it the winter though? I think you were in England then.
The weather
was very conducive.
No, the weather is awesome. You have to add everything. You have to add everything into
the weather. You covered.
It's cold.
The thermal blanket, the thermal suit.
It's cold.
It still wasn't working.
Yeah, it's cold. It was cold. But honestly, I just felt, I reached that stage whereby I had to find a partner in that journey.
Yeah,
going forward. But what I still don't understand with some people is they just feel, okay, this person has settled, this person has settled, this person has settled. It's good, when you see other people, when you see other people and you like what you
they
see in them,
yeah,
rather than you see other people and you want to just be like them, but you are not mentally ready to
take that
responsibility and take up the challenges that come with it. Because like in marriage, there's so many challenges. And one thing I believe is that you can never be prepared for those challenges, but you can have a mindset that is open to face those challenges. Okay? So those no matter, even if we give you a textbook or a manual, you read everything about the challenges of marriage. When you get in there, the first one you just get overwhelmed. But when you have a mindset whereby, okay, there are challenges in marriage, and when they come, we're going to handle them or we're going to sort them out. And I feel once you get that mindset, I think that is one very important step in feeling, okay, I think I'm ready to settle with someone. I don't know where you think.
I'll agree with you. Yes, and I've always been an exponent of, the right time is when you're ready. And as you said, there is no one size fits all approach to finding the right time. But apart from the right time, agreeing with what you said, but also finding the right partner. They said, if you want a man to live in regret, find a man who has married the wrong partner for the rest of his life until he leaves that marriage. He will always live in regret. So you also have to find the right person. You also have to find your person. You don't just say, "Oh, I think I'm financially ready. I'm old enough. Okay, I've achieved this and this and this in my life. What else? What else? Okay. I think it's time to get married." You just look, okay. Hi. Some people have different parameters. Some physical attributes. Oh, that big. Well proportioned. I think that's the person I want to.
Well proportioned.
Yeah. So some people will be like, smart girl.
I've never heard that. I've never heard anyone use well proportioned.
You can't say you know her well.
I've never, honestly.
Yeah. So attributes, physical attributes.
Thank you.
Without being vulgar. I would that. So yeah, and then for some different reason you go ahead without really getting to know the person. That possibly might be one of the maybe not so good decisions that person will make, or a woman as well. Oh, I want the person to have achieved this and this. Oh, he has to have this amount of money in his bank account, or without really looking at those ingredients that will necessarily make you have a rightly structured family. So the right time, find the right partner as well.
Yeah, find the right partner. I feel what you just said now cannot. They can't be mutually exclusive. Like right time to get married and it's something that they have to be together. So I think the best way to have the conversation on right time to get married is with the assumption you found the right person. Because even if it's the right time and you're ready and the right person isn't there, there's no point having that conversation.
Have you heard of?
There's no point having that conversation because you can't get married to the wrong person. Because then
foxes in sheep's clothing. They are there. In Hausa they call them Anzalubus. Oh my God, they are there. You have to open your eyes, man. See.
No. What I'm just saying is that I'm assuming that we're talking to an audience that know that the right partner or the right person is
already there.
Already,
and you know what you see that person.
Yes, you've seen that person. Yeah. Because I don't think you would say,
have you heard of
to get married? It's time for me to get married, but I'll just look for any partner. I know some people. People have made that mistake, but obviously. It's a silly mistake.
So I come again. Do you know the concept of Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings. Wow, that's a nice one. I need to get my handbook.
Dropping nuggets. You know me. I said I got married late 30s, so I have experience.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lord of the Rings. There are a crop of people, both male and female, give you like an engagement ring, keep you on dial. Yeah, for a long time without necessarily going forward with it. So you are there you are engaged 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, the man is not moving, the woman is not moving as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So they make you a lord of the rings.
Ah.
All right. Some people, Lord of the Rings, you get one ring, you are proposed to, you change your mind, you leave it, go to the next person, you get another ring, you are proposed to, you go, you leave it. So Lord of the Rings, both male and female, or you propose, or you are proposed to, whichever direction.
Wow.
So there are situations like that. So that right time, as you said, has to be with the right person.
Exactly.
But as I said, the right person is also debatable because there are people that would feel, oh, I found the right person, it's the right time, but still delay as well. Without really.
No, but yeah, I've seen that numerous times when we're in university. I think not to mention names, but there are people who we've just seen like the best, couple or relationship, and we're like, there's some that their name now. You just like, yeah. You just see them, you're like, oh my god, these guys are just perfect.
Yeah, and then they don't end up together.
But then, obviously, you look at them and you're like, these ones can't. When we're talking about context in Nigeria, it's different. It's different in England. Yeah. So in England, you see 18-year-olds and then they've got the social structures to get them ready. But in Nigeria, if you're still living in your parents' house, you're still in university, you don't have a job, you can't just say you're going to get married unless maybe you come from wealthy. So when you see them, you know that getting married is going to be a major challenge because of the finances. Okay.
And I think it's like a sling.
So you see them and then you just see them gradually just go apart because of that challenge. And so many beautiful, wonderful relationships have been lost because of that major challenge of,
and I think the university is a bit of an insulator. So when you're in university, you are a bit insulated from the real vagaries of life, the realities of life. So you think you're in love. Oh, we're in love, we're compatible. But when you now go into the real world, and then you start, this guy, he just finished university. He probably doesn't have like a sustainable income. And women grow faster than men at that stage.
But I feel I think what you're saying, I really don't agree with it because I feel
your opinion. If I make my point, probably you'll agree. So at that point where they leave university and start facing the real challenges of life, there's some bit of modifications that happen. So the women usually are, they get courted by men who are a bit more established, while the young university graduate is still trying to find his feet. So I think there's
I still don't agree with that.
I know why you disagree.
I still don't agree with it.
But I know why you disagree.
I still don't agree. Because when you are married to someone, okay, we digress, but you understand.
No, it's a discussion,
I still don't agree because if you're married to that right person, no matter which stage you are in life, you will face different challenges. And if you're with the right person, you will overcome those challenges. So what you're saying is there's some challenges that would test your relationship. But it's when you overcome those challenges that you know how strong your relationships are. So what you're saying is that the university environment insulates. It insulates. But if your relationship is strong,
how many university if you face
those challenges, that's what I'm saying.
How many university relationships transform into marriages? Very few.
Anecdotally.
There's no. Very few. I would say very few based on anecdotal evidence.
Yeah.
But the reason, as I said, my theory, it probably might be wrong, is that the university insulates. By the time you go into the real world, the challenges. University, you might be staying in a one-room apartment. Your girlfriend visits you once in a while, before she comes, you're able to arrange the room, set up something. She comes, maybe stays for some few days, goes, you go back to default mode, hustling, But outside university, and you think you want to get married, you are there in the same. So, as I said, different situations. There are actually situations where people leave universities and go straight into marriage, and it has worked. Lots of people have. I've seen it. It's worked. But we are now talking about different scenarios. So you have to try to cut what fits you and then run with it. Okay. If that's the situation that applies to you, try and, you don't say, these two people left university and they did it and it worked. look at your own circumstances.
Yeah.
As they said in England, always look at your own circumstances and try to apply.
Yeah. So, back to the question. When is the right time?
Yeah. I think from what we've said,
there's no right
it's
time.
very difficult to put.
There's no
right
perfect time. There's only an individualized perfect time. Okay?
Yeah.
And I am of the opinion that society needs to stop putting pressure on people. And you're of the
I have the opinion that apply pressure.
Pressure.
Apply pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah, so people,
when the pressure gets worse.
Yeah, when the pressure gets worse.
Wow. The pressure is getting worse.
I think apply pressure because there are some situations that you can't believe. I have people I know that are still searching for their partners. And to be honest, I've tried a couple of times to hook people up. I do it anytime I have the opportunity. Some of our friends, some of our colleagues, some of our family members, have had challenges with marriage. And my point is, again, if it's your first or second marriage, you can always give it another try. It's never like over till the fat lady sings. So if you've had a challenge starting a family the first time, you can always give it a good try again. As I say, there's never a right time. You can always try and start a family again. It's never too late to find love.
Yeah. It's I think we agree on that part.
Yeah. At least we agree on something.
At least we agree on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that we would like to say is, if you think that you have a different opinion, or there's something that you feel
you disagree
with, please drop a comment in the comment section. We'd love to hear. And as we said, we don't have the answers, but having these conversations is good because for us, coming from where our background, a very conservative northern Nigerian background, I'm sure it's different from people who maybe grew up in Ibadan
or Lagos.
Let's leave Lagos people out of this.
My in-laws.
No, let's leave Lagos people out of this. Because once we put Lagos people in the comment section, they're going to drown out the comment section. But I'm just kidding. Jokes apart. Even if you're from any part, you just drop a comment and tell us what you think. And so that is summarize. Nice.
So one word, one short advice. I think I'll do a bit of lover boy stuff and say, we're talking about the right time to start a family. I'll say always give love a shot. It's worth it totally in the end. You might be going through a tough time. Things might seem, I probably might not get a partner, or I might not settle down. Don't worry. Love will come knocking again, and always give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It might not work, and then you try again.
On that note, from Luther Vandross here.
Oh my
God. Thank you so much, everyone, and would love to see you in the next episode. And please subscribe, smash that like button, and
you want to tell us about our next podcast? It's going to be mind-blowing. I think we'll keep it under wraps. And then, you'll see it in our next episode. Make sure keep in touch. Once you subscribe, it's going to come out. It will be hotter than this. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.